I wanted the people I worked with to provide support that would improve the quality of my child's life.
I would have liked people working with me to use their knowledge to help us make sure Caleb preserved the skills and abilities that he had for as long as he possibly could.
The one thing that I really need professionals to understand is the complexity of childhood dementia, and that there is no one size fits all.
Caleb was one of 3 children in the country that had his condition. That can sometimes be hard for them to accept, that maybe they don't have all of the answers and maybe they can't be as confident as they would typically be when dealing with the things that they typically see, because this isn't typical. There's nothing typical about a kid that has something that only occurs in 1 in a million children and that has a diverse and complicated and devastating spectrum of symptoms. There's a lot more that you need to consider with kids like this.
The one thing for me is having a well-coordinated team who communicate with each other, clarify their understanding, and follow through to ensure that nothing is forgotten.
So I experienced this when an OT suggested that we applied for funding for a 4-wheel drive pram that would enable all of us to get on the beach together as a family.
I experienced this when setting a therapy goal for writing their name. This has now been changed to focus on just tracing lines and shapes, strengthening their hand to hold a pen.
It's important because it's too easy to make inappropriate recommendations.
It's important because it demonstrates they have an understanding.
I've experienced this when one of our therapists was doing a handover to another one, and I was able to sit back and listen to how well she explained our circumstances to her colleague.
The one thing for me is credibility, making sure that you have done the work beforehand to understand all of the different implications of the treatment that you're recommending, the medication that you're providing or prescribing, or the therapy that you think is necessary.